what exactly is Smart India Hackathon and why has it become such an important thing, especially for engineering students and in this college?
Absolutely, those students who have participated in Hackathon really helped them to get placed in Fortune companies. In the year 2019, we had around only 36 students who participated for Smart India Hackathon competition.
Everyone says Dr. Dhananjay Patel is a very good mentor and that everyone wants Sir. So why would you think that is the case?
Actually, I don't agree with that statement, but let me answer this question.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's podcast. Today we'll interview one of the best professors who is going to help us understand about how to crack Smart India Hackathons. Today we are recording this podcast from one of the best engineering institutes in Mumbai, Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, located in Vadala. It is recognized for its excellent infrastructure, innovative teaching, student-centric learning, and also for strong placement record. Over the years, the institution has built a reputation for encouraging students not only to participate in normal events, but also in innovation-driven events. One of the most remarkable achievements in VIT has been its standing performance on hackathons. India's largest innovation competition organized by the Ministry of Education of India. Leading to this remarkable journey, today we have a guest, Dr. Dhananjay Patel. He has been one of the best professors in VIT for the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. Dr. Patel has completed his PhD from Sardar Vallabhbhai National Institute of Technology, Surat, and later pursued his postdoctoral research from IIT Bombay in the field of photonics. He is currently heading multiple innovations at VIT, including as the head of SPOC in Smart India Hackathon, president of the Institute Council, and the head of Tech Council. If you're wondering, he's also a recipient of 7 research grants supported by DSK and IIT Bombay, worth 40 lakhs. Under his mentorship, VIT has been continuously winning hackathons since 2019 and getting cash prizes exceeding 18 lakhs. Dr. Patel, welcome to the podcast. Firstly, I would ask, how are you feeling being on this podcast?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on the podcast. It feels great, and the topic of this podcast is really very close to my heart. So, I hope this journey will be an amazing journey for all of us. Thank you.
Okay, so beginning with that, if I wanted to ask, what exactly is Smart India Hackathon and why has it become such an important thing, especially for engineering students and in this college?
Okay. Smart India Hackathon is a national level event organized by Government of India. It was launched in the year 2017-18 and it is a national level competition where industries, public sector units, different government agencies, state governments, they give problem statements. And these problem statements are being solved by all the students of engineering colleges across Pan India. Around 2 to 3 lakh students, they participate in this competition. It is the world's biggest hackathon ever organized by Government of India. This involves solving a problem given by ministries, industries, by the students, and they come up with innovative solutions to encourage the innovation throughout the entire country. That is all about Smart India Hackathon competition.
Wow, that is very good to hear. I believe VIT has an incredible record in Smart India Hackathon. Could you please tell us how this journey actually began?
Okay, so the journey has been very interesting and exciting over the period of years. Vidyalanka started its first hackathon participation in the year 2019. And since then, we have been participating in hackathon till 2025. In the year 2019, we had around only 36 students who participated for Smart India Hackathon competition. 6 teams, they traveled across different parts of the country, and from that, we won 2 prizes. Okay, one of the problem statements was from Bridgestones, the tire making company, and the other problem statements which we won was from Maruti Suzuki. And it was a great achievement. We realized that we have a potential which will help us to understand and crack hackathons. So that was a niche which we could identify. We mentored the student. We had a great infrastructure. And based on these things, we could create a history again in the year 2020. And from 2020 onwards, we have been winning hackathons till 2025. In the year 2025, Vidyalankar had around 930 students participating in hackathon. Okay, so can you see the difference? The transition from starting from 36 students to 930 students over the period of 5 to 6 years. That's a remarkable journey what we have covered in Hackathon.
That is actually very good because me being an engineering student, especially from Department of Electronics, I'm very glad that we have professors who are so passionate about hackathons. Now I wanted to know about this. Why does VIT perform so good in hackathons compared to other colleges?
Okay. So the most and the first important thing VIT has that it has got an excellent faculty who helps students to crack hackathons. First of all, we encourage students to participate in hackathon because now it's in the blood. Every student basically aims to participate in hackathon. We have been winning hackathons not only at India level but also at regional levels conducted by different engineering colleges across states and in different states also. The most important part being the faculties guiding the student. We have developed an ecosystem where the faculty basically understand the problem statements along with the students. Second part is the infrastructure. We have great software and hardware labs in our institute, which helps students to develop and innovate new things. The experiences of the faculty members, most of the faculty members in our institute are PhDs from leading institutes across the country. So these are the three main important factors why VIT has been winning hackathons over the period of years consecutively.
Okay. So now that I've understood what exactly VIT does for hackathons, I needed to hear more. Students often hear about problem statements in SIH. Could you exactly explain how should students select them and why is it so important?
Okay, so these particular problem statements, as I told earlier, they are given by ministries, industries, PSUs, and everything. So now these problem statements are populated on a website called sih.gov.in. Students basically see problem statements into two categories. One is hardware and the other is software. There are multiple themes in hackathon like communication, robotics, software engineering, healthcare, medicine, agriculture, travel, tourism. There are around 10 to 12 different themes where student tries to solve the problem statement. Students basically they form a team of 6 students. One girl student mandatory because it's been disclosed by SIH. They basically form teams from different departments, electronics and telecommunication students joining up with biomedical students if it is a biomedical project. So basically, they try to target on these particular themes which I mentioned earlier. This is how the team formation takes place. And once the team is formed, they decide the problem statements along with the faculty members. So faculty members helps them to choose the particular problem statement where they can make a innovation or we can contribute to that problem statement.
Okay, so I understand that. Now I wanted to understand, considering you're a professor and a mentor for a lot of students for the last couple of years, what themes should students select so that they have a high chance of winning?
Okay, that's a tricky question. It depends completely on the choice of the student. There is no theme if you select that particular theme. If you go for robotics or if you go for agriculture, that you will win the hackathon. No. The more important thing is the solution which you are giving. Okay, is your solution very novel? Is the approach with which you are trying to solve the problem, is it novel? That is very important in hackathon. If your solution is outdated or it's not novel, the chances of winning the hackathon becomes very minimum. As I told you, there are more than 2 lakh students, they participate in hackathon. And from these particular 2 lakh students, hardly 500 teams are selected for the finale. That's around 3,000 to 4,000 students, they travel. So you can see the filtration mark from 2 lakh students to 3,000 to 4,000 students really getting into the finale. So the most important thing is to choose a problem statement in which you can give a very innovative solution.
Okay, as expected in India, competition always exists and it cannot be eliminated. I wanted to continue with this point. Let's say there's a student who has recently joined this college and we have heard about SIH. How do they understand how does the internal hackathon process happens in VIT? If you could emphasize, it would be good.
Yeah. So whenever first a student enters the hackathon competition usually occurs in the month of November and December by Government of India, and we start the process by August. First students basically they enter in the month of July and August once their admissions are done. We basically go to the classrooms and educate them about the hackathon. We tell them what is hackathon. Now the hackathon has also introduced in the school levels, SIH juniors. The students before getting into an engineering college, they are aware of like such kind of competitions do exist. Okay, so we educate them. We tell them about the different problem statements which they can approach, and they can solve using some technologies which they are knowing it. And in this process of trying to solve that particular problem statement, they learn different technologies in engineering. They learn hardware, they learn circuit designing, they learn Python programming, they learn C programming. Multiple technologies they try to learn in order to develop that innovative solutions. Faculties indeed are the backbone of the process where we really help them, okay, to understand what exactly government is expecting in the form of output, and students they try to deliver. We also have first year students in the first semester itself. They participate in the numbers of 100 to 150, and that's a great number out of 900 students from the entire institute.
Okay, so from that, we can understand that not only talent exists in VIT, but the right mentors also help. Now, you have been the head of Smart India Hackathon for a lot of years in this college. Why would you think that being a mentor and choosing the right mentor guides the team in a proper direction?
To answer your question, we have faculties from different streams or backgrounds. I'm an optics guy. I did my PhD in the field of optical communication. So I'm a wireless and optical communication expert. There are faculties who are very good in cybersecurity. There are faculties who are very good in software programming and software engineering. There are faculties who are good in VLSI domain, very large scale integration domain. So likewise, we have a wide area of expertise where faculties have worked on for more than 15 years or 20 years and have really helped students to develop good projects. Now, these particular faculties, their profiles are already available on our website, www.vit.edu.in, where the students basically go, they see the profile, they try to match the problem statements with the faculty profile, his background, and then they check. And if that particular match is found, they approach that particular students. They approach that particular faculty to work on that project. And this is how the faculty and the student team starts building up an innovative solution.
Wow, that is very indeed of a process. Every success requires a good execution plan. I wanted to ask, how should students prepare for hackathons so that the chance of winning is incredibly high?
As I told you, the students initially they form a team, they select a theme, they go whether they want to solve a problem statement under hardware section or the software section. Then they decide the mentor based on the profile of the mentor, and then the most important thing is to have an innovative solution. Okay, let me give you an example of one of the problem statements we really worked on. It was a problem statement by Bridgestone. So Bridgestone was facing a problem, like it's a tire manufacturing company. Bridgestone complained or Bridgestone wrote a problem statement saying that the truck drivers they basically overload the trucks. Okay, if let's say if the truck was a 5 ton, okay, they load it for 7 tons or 8 tons, and because of that thing, when they travel over the highways, okay, the tire wear out very easily. Also, the tire pressure is not maintained proper. Okay, so what we provided with the solution was a continuous tire pressure monitoring system. Okay, using a GSM where the readings of the tire pressure will continuously given to the truck driver as well as to the Bridgestone company. A database was maintained for them, and we could deliver a very good solution. And actually, we won that particular hackathon competition. So students have to come up with some innovative ideas. Unless and until they don't come up, the chances of winning is very low.
Okay, so I can see from here that students learn different kind of skills when they participate in hackathons. Emphasizing on the same thing, I would want you to emphasize more on how does quality of student projects increase once they participate in this event.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, that when a student participates in a hackathon, it's basically a churning journey for that student. It let us say even if the student is a neophyte or a beginner in this particular field, he tries to learn a lot of technologies. He learns Python, he learns programming, he learns electronic circuit design, he learns different approaches through which the problem can be solved. He travels to different places. Also, traveling is also included because he has to go to the field wherever possible in order to identify the root cause of the problem. Unless and until the student does not identify the root cause, he will not be able to solve the problem in a very innovative way. Again, we ask them to go through lots of research papers already published in that particular domain. So students start churning. That's an inner journey which begins. During the entire journey of 3 months, the student goes a remarkable change within his personality, within his knowledge. and the depth of technical expertise he acquires. So that is the biggest advantage for any student who participates in these competitions.
From this, I had a curious doubt. You might have seen students who have participated in hackathons versus students who have not participated in any hackathons. How does participation in hackathon overall have a significant display on a student's resume and has a significant impact during placement? If you could emphasize more on this, it would be nice.
Okay, absolutely. Those students who have participated in hackathon really help them to get placed in fortune companies. My statement is coming from the data which I have seen over the period of the years. Students, when they participate in hackathon, they start working towards innovations. They develop some creative designs in the field of hardware or software. Okay. Recruiters nowadays, they are not only looking for students who have got A grades in their marks, but they are also looking for the students, actually looking for the students who have really worked on real life examples, real life problem statements, which hackathon provides them. Recruiters also look upon to the students who have good profiles in version control systems like GitHubs, okay, lead codes like that, where really students have pushed their codes so that the recruiters see those particular problem platforms and they can really judge a student's caliber from that particular end. So participating in a hackathon gives them an edge over the student who does not participate in hackathon. It really helps the recruiter to identify, yes, this is one of my favorite students. I'll tell you, the one of a team member or the one of a student who won the hackathon in the year 2022 actually got placed in Stanford. Okay, many of our students, they have got into Google also and other fortune companies who have really participated in hackathon. Okay, from this, I guess we can understand that participating in hackathons is not all about competition. It overall has the ability to change your entire life. From this, I wanted to see there are students who first approach you while they are selecting their mentor, and you see them as very raw students. Yeah. Later, when they participate in hackathon, what transformation do you exactly see? Okay, so when a student comes to me or a team comes to me, they're not sure enough, like what problem statement to select. हम कौन सा प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट सिलेक्ट करें सर, यही डाउट रहता है. ये हैकेथॉन क्या है बताओ. So nurturing them, guiding them, explaining them how this hackathon works, okay, is a very tedious job. Then aligning that particular student team to a problem statement and to a faculty member, okay, that's the second task which we do. Basically, I ask the students what is their expertise, what technologies they have earlier worked on. If these students are final year students, they must have worked on multiple technologies. But if a first year student comes and asks me the same question, so I have to see the background, like, do you know programming? Do you know circuit designing? I have to start with different questions. I basically play with them by giving them some simple problem statements, and I check what's the caliber of that particular student and that particular team, and whether they are able to solve that particular problem statements in a more innovative way. So I can see from here that even if you need a transformation, you need a winning formula. So here's the time we need to discuss what might be the winning formula for an hackathon team that actually excels. Okay. Hackathon, whether it's a software competition, it's a 36 hours of non-stop competition. And hardware, it's a 5-day non-stop competition. How do we prepare our students? Like they have developed an innovative solution. That's the first and the most important thing. Novelty should be there. The hardware design is ready. The software design is ready. The entire project is ready. Okay. Now, when they are presenting, when they are traveling for the grand finale, on the day of finale, we basically educate students to understand the mentality of the judges. That's very important. That's a catch in hackathon. Like what expectation a judge is coming to you and asking. These judges are nothing but the employees of that same company, maybe a government sector or the private sector, who have given the problem statements. Okay, so when they come, when they approach the students, I tell them, जितना दिखाना है उतना ही दिखाओ, ज़्यादा मत दिखाओ कि मैंने बहुत काम किया है. So you can buy a time. So that is a strategy we actually teach students, like to showcase only the thing which is required and keep the maximum chunk of work in the bucket, so that when the right moment comes, when the right final round comes, they show up with a great amount of work, with innovation, and they can impress the judges. That's very important. So kitna dikhana hai, kitna chupana hai, that is also very important. And these are simple techniques, reading the mind of the judge, how to see what kind of innovation the other teams are doing. Everything we teach them in this particular environment.
Wow, those were some killing advices. I wanted to continue. Now that students understand what hackathon is, I wanted to understand more that if a student participates in hackathons, there might be students from different departments and they might have issues or they might have conflicts. How, as a mentor, do you come in the place to solve those conflicts?
So when the team is formed, students from different backgrounds, different mentalities, okay, they form a team. Every student in engineering college have to submit a lot of assignments, working on different projects. Okay, time constraint is one of the main important parameters which every student team faces. But this is the journey they have to embrace, without which they will not be able to win hackathon. See, when they will be going into the real world, where they will be working on projects in corporate sectors, IT sectors, production sectors, different companies, they will be having the same amount of pressure. So hackathon is nothing but creating the pressure so that you can develop something more valuable, something more innovation. This is what the crux of the hackathon is. The students, they have to deal, every student team basically deals with these kind of things. And within a shorter amount of time frame, they have to come up with a remarkable solution to the problem statement.
Wow, this is exactly matching to a code. 80% of problems are solved by how you handle people. And I think this event is a very beautiful opportunity to learn that. It's a very good question now I have to ask. Everyone says Dr. Dhananjay Patel is a very good mentor and that everyone wants sir. So why would you think that is the case?
Okay, actually, I don't agree with that statement, but let me answer this question. So, Hackathon was started in Vidyalanka by me and my team members. Initially, this competition was very new and the ecosystem in Vidyalanka was not developed. So we tried to understand the mindset of the students. Students were more focused or more engaged in extracurricular activities, but not in core technical activities. So it was a biggest challenge for us to motivate students to work towards such kind of technical competitions. Initially, as I told, in the year 2019, we had only 36 students who participated, but we really mentored those 36 students as a winning teams. And out of the 6 teams, 2 teams won the national level hackathon competition. And this was a big bang in VIT when they returned back. When actually I also traveled to the team, when we returned back to the college, okay, the scenario, the atmosphere in the college had completely changed. Now every student was aware that such kind of competition exists at the national level, and it's great if you win that. People started recognizing slowly. So, like in the first year, we had 36 students, second year, we had 150 students, third year, we had around 300 students, and now at the sixth or seventh year, we have 900, more than 900 students participating. So, this journey has been really tough for us to motivate the students, to form the teams, to develop the solutions. We also call industry experts to our college. That is second chance for us. How do we win? Okay, or why this journey becomes very important. Like we have tie-ups with more than 15 industries where the mentors from these industries, they come, they mentor our students. Okay, these industry experts have got more than 15 to 20 years of experience. They have their own startups. They become the judges in our competitions, and after that the students upload their solutions on the main hackathon website, and that's why maximum number of teams get selected and they travel for the grand finale. So this is the winning mantra which we have been using over the period of years. We have developed that ecosystem now. Students are aware like what is hackathon and how does hackathon winning is very important to them. Many companies, many recruiters, as I told you earlier, okay, they see whether the students have participated in hackathon, they have developed something, they have some codes to show on GitHub or the lead code, whatever. Yes. So from a recruitment point of view, it's the biggest thing. The second advantage comes for any student to participate is getting into good universities abroad. Okay, so if you're participating in hackathon, winning in hackathon, they can write in LOR saying that I have win this particular competition in this particular year, and chances of getting a good US university or any other country university is very, very high for those students. The third thing is that I have also seen students who have developed projects in Hackathon. Now they have converted these projects into startups. So that is a third scenario where winning hackathon is very important. I'm the head of Innovation Council. So I also motivate, I identify certain projects. I see whether this particular project has got a market potential. And then we encourage students to really make these particular prototypes which they have made for the hackathon competition into a product. And then we apply for funding to the seed investors or the angel investors, and we get the funding too. So these are the three doors which get open up. To summarize, number one, it's a great thing. The recruiters are looking for the students who participate in hackathon. Number two, if you apply to any university for a master's program, it really helps. And number three, you can also convert your prototype into a product and you start your own company. That's the biggest advantage.
Wow, those were some good answers. Here's my final question. Dr. Patel, what message would you like to give to students who dream of winning the Smart India Hackathon today? And what steps are incredibly necessary which they can't ignore?
I feel every student from all the engineering colleges should participate in Smart India Hackathon competitions or any competitions. Whenever they participate in these competitions, they learn new skills, new technology, team building, how to work with people from different mindsets, different backgrounds, different cultures, how to understand the problem statements, how to go into the depth to really identify a novel solution which is very economical, which is very sustainable, which is very friendly to the climate and atmosphere, everything, and environment. This is very important. So when a student participates in these kind of competitions, a remarkable transformation is observed in these students. I know, as I told earlier, that the benefits will be they might get good placements, they might get good universities, they might start a new company. Yes, this is important. But other than that, a student starts developing a logical background, a logical thinking in his mind, and he starts with an analytical journey. This journey is very important for any engineer to solve a particular problem. So, my request to all the students, actually, it's my appeal to all the students of any engineering college, is that they should participate in these kind of competitions like hackathons. Participating in SIH is a very beautiful journey. It will make you really strong, it will make you more confident, and it will help you to identify your inner skills. That's very important. And this is the niche of such kind of competitions.
So we come to the end of our podcast. We can see that Vidyalankar Institute of Technology is not a place where students only learn engineering. It has been a place where students learn that the importance of a strong ecosystem is very important in their career. The kind of projects they build significantly impact on their resume and portfolio. With leaders like Dhananjay Patel, sir, guiding young mentors from such a long time, he has definitely builded the VIT innovation ecosystem, and I very much appreciate it. To all the students thinking if they should participate in SIH or not, there is no question about it. You should, because the kind of experience you gain is something you cannot describe in words, and the kind of impact it holds on your future is something you can't even imagine. From this, I wanted to tell that please participate in this hackathon, and I hope that all the time that you've spent in this podcast is valuable. More likely, thank you, sir, for being on our podcast and giving such valuable insights and taking your time.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So now that we have heard from Sir, let us listen to one of our SIH winners. How has SIH actually helped him, and how does he feel after participating in that event?
Winning an SIH was a life-changing experience for me. Actually, it gave me experience to interact with industry experts and which introduced me to real life problems. And such real life problems also helped me in shaping my career, building my portfolio, and getting in contacts with industry experts. And this experience gave me exposure and helped me to build my portfolio and apply to great internships which are industry ready.
We also have an aspirant over here today. I'm very curious to ask what really motivates him to participate in SIH.
I have seen my seniors working on software and hardware projects in our lab for SIH. This really motivates me to challenge myself and participate in SIH. It is a very unique opportunity to make meaningful projects and work under Dr. Patel and other faculties. It is a very good platform to showcase talent and apply knowledge.